Today, it's Paul and Adam.
That was really fast.
We're just here.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to be like a whole thing, and I was like, oh, I'll just let Paul do what he wants.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not here today. No, he's not either. He is, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is CheckPoint.
I know that guy. So, this is actually, I think this is the first stream that Paul and I have ever done together. By ourselves. Nobody else.
Yeah.
I think we've been on like an AFK or crossing the streams probably randomly, but.
Yeah.
No.
So there we know? Who knows what will happen?
Who knows what wackiness will ensue? Probably nothing. We're just hanging out and talking about video games.
Whenever I do Chillpoint with somebody who hasn't done it before, I always like to play the intro without telling them that it's going to show them right
us.
there.
Yeah.
So it's always like, what?
That's Paul, that's really cute. That's as far as you'll go to haze somebody. Like that's Paul's limit. It's like Paul's so nice that he's just like, ha, you're on screen. And I'm like, I got you good, you fucker. Loading ready, run hazing. Do you do these now or later?
Let's do them as we go.
Let's do them now. All right, Beowulf, thank you, friend, for that 60-month resub, celebrating 5 years. With an add-all Chillpoint, Padam Chillpoint, shipping is hard. Please, you don't have to ship everything. Oops,
and just before we went online, Chili came in, got that gifted sub from Beowulf. We saw that in the chat. That was trying to use the Bija mode and not working, and then he gave it to him. That was very nice.
Yeah, that was really cute. It was like Lure Beej, and it was like, no, I thought it worked, and then someone's like, now it does!
Amelzoff is a new subscriber. Welcome.
And Walking Harder with that 52-month resub. Welcome back, friend.
Ooh, an entire year of months if there were weeks. Yes, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work. No.
100 bits from Lord Crusher. Thank you very much.
Diamond Tiki, thank you, friend, for that 3-month resub. Welcome back.
A resubscription from 35 months from Lord Crusher. 35 months? That is almost 3 years.
Sure is. You
how we
did
know,
it right, yeah.
That's how we know that you're the math genius.
Earthen1, thank you, friend, for the 51 bits. Now we finally check Adam Paul combo off the list. It's true.
Phosphatide.
There you go.
For 11 months in a row, here's my new favorite CheckPoint host combo. Let's maybe let's see how the show goes.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit, Twitch chat. Maybe me and Paul suck together. That's all right. Bodie McBoatface Jr. with a 20-month resub. It's Paul and Adam. Smile. Thanks, friend.
And Sarah Serinde for 43 months. Guess I should put this button, huh? You guys are great. Wish me luck on finish my DB craft on time.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's watched the Desert Bus loading time that Ben has been working hard on. It's super awesome.
It's an hour and a half. Aman with that 41-month resub. Welcome back.
I always read that one as
the castle.
Frizzle66, a new subscriber. Welcome.
Rainer Recco with that 81 bits. This is a fantastic combo. Thank you, friend.
Solopsity.
There you go. Yeah.
Solopsity for 6 months in a row. Hey guys, what's up? Any good video game news lately? Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out in a couple of seconds. H-Bomb and friends with that 50 bit resub is what I was going to say. Starting on time. I guess things are smoother without Graham and Kathleen slowing things down.
Foxmar 320 with that 140 bits. Thank you very much. The best beard pair yet.
I'm jealous of Paul's beard. I wish I had a thick, luxurious beard. 10 the Tech Priest. Or 10th Tech Priest. Sorry, 10th Tech Priest. Thank you, friend, for that 10-month resub. Adam Checkpoint. Adam Point. Also Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hello. Empty Storm for 35 months in a row. That is nearly 3 years.
Also, Alchemist Merlin with the 41-month resub. Subtrain Toot Toot. Thank you, friend.
Toot. Asokska for 5 months in a row. It's not sucking so far. This reading subs part of the show is going well.
Yeah. The Maricat with the 150 bits, or at the very least, Palladium combo starts the show on time.
Depends on what you mean. Like, technically, we haven't really started the show yet. But
no, we haven't. Yeah.
Wheelie for 17 months in a row. Thank you very much.
Oatmeal with a 7-month resub. Oh, hi. Hi, friend.
Oh, Wild Peak for 54 months says Beard Squad intensifies.
And Wrathclad with 100 bits. Yay, Chillpoint. Ben's Desert Bus loading time came out at a good time for me. Been a long, weary work week. Well, I hope it's getting better, friend. It's just the start of the week. It's already long and weary? Oh, no. Maybe they meant last week.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
Cubic Pete is a new subscriber. Welcome.
And Master2505 with 150 bits. Take a beer, have a chill, and blame James.
Yeah, that's right. And Hades Descent for 8 months in a row. Thank you very much.
Hot Pole Studios with a 19-month resub. It's the loudest man and the quietest man. Polar opposites comedy shall ensue, along with the best news show on earth. Smile.
Yeah, it's a really terrible.
I'm nowhere near as loud as I used to be.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm loud right now, but that's different. That's different, okay?
Funny, actually, random story about the little sub notifier here.
Yeah.
Random story. Yesterday, not the night before last.
Yeah.
I had a dream.
Yeah.
That I was streaming.
Okay.
Like sometimes happens.
Yeah.
And what happened on Loading Ready Live last week happened where somebody did like a giveaway of like 100 subs.
Okay.
And I set up the thing for Loading Ready Live, like the thing that goes through. It gangs up those all at once, so we don't have to read them all through.
Yeah.
And in the dream, I realized that this notifier doesn't do that.
Oh,
so
if solve a problem in real life.
So if somebody gifted 100 subs, it would go through them one at a time, showing each one for 4 seconds or whatever.
Oh my God.
And then so I woke up from the dream and I was like, I need to fix this. So I fixed it. Like,
is that like that? You know that meme? Oh, I guess you don't use.
That's
Twitter.
like the first.
Bunny. You know the bunny rabbit that like. There's like a meme that goes around Twitter and it's like the tweet is like a rabbit laying in bed. And then it wakes up and it's like it says something like weird. That would be you, like the sub notifier.
So yeah, that's like one of the first times a dream has been actually like useful.
Yeah.
Like because usually a dream would be like, oh my God, I have to get the aquarium out of the dishwasher. Yes. Wait, no, that's not a real.
My dreams are always like, you won the lottery, and then I wake up and I'm like, no, I didn't win the lottery. Yeah, those are my dreams. It sucks. Waking up sucks.
Yeah. Or you get like my thing. You get the thing where you're like super into something in a dream, and then you wake and like super worried about it. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, thank goodness it was a dream. I don't have to worry about that. Wait a minute, that's not even like a thing. It's not that that's not happening to me right now. It's that can never happen. That's not even a thing that happens.
It's like, oh no, the president's mad at me or the prime minister's mad at me. It's like, oh. All right, Dizzy Trickster with that brand new sub. Thank you, friend. Oh, hey, yeah.
And I didn't even notice whether it worked properly. I don't know. I hope it did.
Is that new? That didn't work like that before, right?
Oh, it's because they've gifted it. Yeah.
No, but I mean, like.
Yeah, I think they've recently made it work on the notification page on Lobot as well.
So Master2505, thank you for gifting those 5 subs to the Mad Egyptian, Scissor Farm, Nungum. Nungnum, Richard Erman, and Razorback08.
Awesome, and thank you for testing the thing. All right.
We'll get these in a bit.
Yeah, well, we put it off long enough. So, for those of you who don't know, obviously this is normally when we do Checkpoint.
Yeah.
Graham and Kathleen aren't here, and so usually, like, if one of the 3 of us is gone, like if I'm gone, Graham and Kathleen can do Checkpoint. If Graham or Kathleen is gone, either we can do it with just one host or we can bring in another host.
Yeah.
If 2 of the 3 of us are gone, it starts becoming real tricky to do Checkpoint.
That's why I was like, when you said you were going to do it by yourself, I was like, I'm not going to let him just like, not that you couldn't do it by yourself, but just like
push
it's so much harder.
Run to one side.
That's what I mean. That's what I thought you would be doing. Like, I thought you'd be like, okay, I got to go set this up. And then you're like hitting a button like on the other side of the office, even though you're not probably, but just like
I actually did that. I did that once.
Really? Oh, man.
Yeah, I did like a thing where I like, we like wrote the stories on live and then just kind of like shifted back and forth. It's kind of fun because then you put it together in the editing. Anyway, So what we're gonna do today is, if you've watched a regular Checkpoint stream, we usually do the like Checkpoint episode that we package up for YouTube, and then we do like an after show where we talk about the stories. This is going to be that, except there isn't the actual like checkpoint part.
We're just skipping right to the good stuff.
We're just skipping right to the talking about stories part.
Yeah.
And so, wait, I can put the that's the
that's the background. Yeah.
Well, this is actually the background. We don't even use this background anymore, but this is the background that we used to use for Checkpoint in Moonbase 2 or 3.
Which one was that? North Park First Edition?
Yeah.
Like the old house?
Yeah.
The old stinky sweaty house? It didn't stink, but it was hot. That was a hot...
It was warm.
Yeah.
It was warm and also cold because it didn't have either of those.
It was like there's no in between.
Wait, it didn't have ways of adjusting
air conditioning.
Yeah.
Before we got air conditioning at the new place.
Yeah. This was originally the ENN background, and then it became the Checkpoint background.
ENN, Jesus.
And it was actually It was actually painted on the wall. That I mean, it's probably changed now because other people have taken over that building. But that was actually painted on the wall.
Yeah, my stream started in that moon base. That was when I started.
Yeah, this was painted on the wall, and then before we left, we made sure to like take a bunch of pictures of it so we could use it as a background.
Yeah, that's smart.
All right. So
yes, this is my first Checkpoint. This is the first. I never even watched Checkpoint. I mentioned that to Paul. I was like, by the way, I've never watched this show. My friends do. It's 5 minutes long, and I don't take the time out of my day to watch. I'm like,
it's like just before we start, just so you know, I don't watch Checkpoint, and I hate video game news. But other than that, I'm like super into this.
Yeah. But I mean, like the thing is I know my friends are funny because I see them all the time, and it's like that's why I don't really watch anything they do. It's like I guess I
don't watch your show.
Yeah, so it's like Paul watches Sidewalk Slam. It's fine. I'm not offended. I'm like, not everybody has all the time in the day. Twitch chat. I'm not saying you do. I'm dig up, stupid. Okay.
So this is in no particular order. This is just I think this is in roughly reverse chronological order because that's how my RSS feed does. But anyway, so these are some stories that I saw during the week that I thought would be fun to talk about. Starting with, just obviously PAX is going on right now. It's still going on today, which is dumb because it's 4 days. It's and so various pieces of news have come out of PAX, but as we've talked about before, the conventions, like a lot of video game news happens at conventions, but the news is like, this game exists. Yeah. Like, it's not funny.
It's not funny. It's like,
So often conventions are actually not a good source of news. But anyway, so PAX news maybe we'll cover next week. But this is mostly non-PAX stuff. Firstly, that Let's Sing 2019 is coming out.
Yeah.
Again, game coming out, not that interesting. Yeah. Except it's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and the Wii.
The Wii U.
It is also coming to Switch. But it's coming out on the Wii.
Oh, the Wii? I read that as Wii U. Oh my god. Why?
Because it's really popular. Like,
that popular?
Because there's so much embedded infrastructure of people just... Like, they sold, 10 million Wiis? 101 million Wiis. They sold 100 million Wiis.
That's a lot of Wiis.
There's a lot of Wiis around.
The more you say Wii, the less it sounds like a real thing. Like, it's like, I sold 100 Wiis. And it's like, you sold what?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
And so the idea being that, I guess it shows that Let's Dance apparently doesn't need that much stuff to make it work.
It doesn't believe in both borders and Father Time.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Dead console? No. Give me It's like... J. Jonah Jameson's like, bring me Let's Dance or Let's Sing 2019 on the Wii.
Like, Nintendo doesn't support the Wii.
Yeah.
Like, Nintendo's like, what? The Wii? No, that's really old. No, I don't think anybody's interested in
Nobody's
that.
interested.
But Just Dance is like, no!
THQ Nordic? Wow.
Yeah.
Are they the people that did, they had a big game recently. What did Nordic do? Twitch chat? I can't remember anymore. Too many games. I know there's that game coming out by them with the little... There's like a game coming out by them that I played at PAX West last year. And it's like you're a little like rabbit thing, but you're like have an eye patch and you're a ninja. You fight other genetically engineered animals.
Oh yeah, I saw a thing about that.
I played
really
it.
Cool.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It was super sweet.
I mean,
they did
even not knowing anything about it, a cute eye patch ninja.
It's like a raccoon or something.
Raccoon,
Biomutant. That's the name. Yeah, that was the one. That game was fun to play. I'm excited for when it comes out.
Yeah, the review I read of it was saying that the combat was like super fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So anyway, coming out, I just thought that was bizarre.
Yeah, that's weird.
I've never played the Let's Sing games, but I guess they don't require a lot of.
I'd love to know how many Wii copies they sell.
Yeah.
I'm
how
just
many?
Like fascinated. Just
like how many people are like I can imagine somebody.
How many people are like, finally, I get to play my Wii.
I bet like buying an old Wii and Let's Sing 2019 is probably a lot cheaper than buying like a new karaoke machine.
It's true, actually. Yeah, I guess you can get some use out of your Wii.
Yeah. All right, what else we got going on here? China has various restrictions on video games. They have for a while, and they've recently they're putting in new regulations for specifically directed towards MMOs and mobile games and stuff, in order to try to reduce kids playing these games.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons that they've given for this is to try to curtail myopia in children, as in like that kids playing these games is messing up their eyesight.
Yeah.
Which, as somebody who has very, very bad eyesight, but didn't get that way from playing mobile games because mobile games didn't exist when I was in my formative years.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I guess there's evidence to indicate that maybe, it's the whole like, don't sit too close to the television.
Yeah, I got that all the time when I was a kid playing video games.
But I feel like it seems like the kind of thing where it's like, okay, we want to restrict this. Can we find a reason to restrict it?
Yeah, it's like they're really digging for like, myopia. Yeah, that's it.
It's all about the children.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the other interesting, or the knock-on effect of this is Tencent, which is the largest video game company in the world that you may not have heard of.
Didn't Tencent just buy something?
Yeah, Tencent owns approximately 10% of everything.
Oh.
Like, Tencent has a large chunk of basically every video game company. Like, they own all sorts of little, but they don't like put their name on stuff.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They just basically.
I didn't know they owned Riot.
They basically make money off whenever there's like. It's always funny because like whenever there's like these people are suing these people, they're both basically owned by Tencent, so they don't really care.
I don't know. Whoever loses, we win.
Yeah, they own, for instance, big chunks of PUBG and Fortnite. So anyway, but they're primarily they're based in China, and one of the big things they do is they release all these games in China, and they've been having severe problems. Their stock price has taken a big dive because the Chinese government has put like a moratorium on game releases.
Yeah.
Or at least they've severely restricted game releases, at least right for the moment.
Weird. Man. There's nothing like that here, right? Like, I mean, like if a game dev wants to make a game, they don't have to get it approved by anyone, right?
Depends on how you want to release it. Like, if you want to release it on Xbox or PlayStation 4, you have to get it approved by those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like China, like everything, or as with everything in China, there's weird restrictions on stuff. I mean, for the longest time, you just couldn't sell like consoles in China at all.
They need ESRB rating, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Wow, I can't. That's so intense that they have to do that, right? Like,
yeah.
Jeez.
And there's often like different versions of games in China, or like there'll be like a free to play version in China, or otherwise, or they'll mess around with things. Actually, speaking of talking about ESRB ratings, speaking of which, there's another story I didn't mark it here, but that I just saw is that PEGI, which is the
16,
the European equivalent of the ESRB, they're rolling out a new thing for in-app purchases. Basically, like you know, the little like icons on a box. Like they'll actually have the if it's got in-game real money DLC, it'll have a special icon on it.
Yeah.
So theoretically,
so parents can know that their kids
their kids are going to be.
I mean, that makes sense.
Spending
right?
all their money on their stuff.
That's something that I always just assume that there's going to be in-app purchases, like every game, right? Not every game, but like most of them. They don't really generally bother me at all. Like, if a game has like in-app purchases that you need to like pay for to get ahead, which is rare now for the most part, if you're not a mobile game, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a free-to-play game, it's different. But
yeah. But, like, I guess they did that with, what was it? Shadows of Mordor? Shadows War of Mordor? Whatever the one that
Shadows
had, like,
over Mordor?
Is it the loot box one that everyone was all upset about? Because you had to, like, pay for the loot boxes to do, like, the endgame content
I think,
or something?
wasn't Battlefront the one that people really got
Battlefront was the one that got everyone all up in arms. Shadows over Mordor. More War. Battlefront. Yeah. The Star Wars one was pretty bad, too.
Yeah.
Wasn't that both the same company? They were both EA, weren't they?
I'm not sure.
Shadows and... I am correct? Yeah, Shadow of War. Yeah. That was the one. That was.
Yeah, they Shadows over Battlefront. Yeah, they had some serious things.
War was Warner Brothers. Okay.
Did I think about? There's a thing that I just actually saw.
Yeah.
That talking about loot boxes. NBA 2K19, which is going to be launching soon, has
such an odd. It's felt like a plug from you, Paul. That's like the last game I would expect you to plug. Like,
check out NBA 2K19. I have no idea.
It would blow my mind if I found out that every night at home you loaded up NBA 2K18 and we're like playing your little season. You're like, I'm getting like 19 rebounds a game. Like, I'm just unreal.
If you saw the 18 games and counting where James and I had to play.
I saw that. It was funny.
Yeah. That is not our jam.
No. Literally a jam.
Yeah. But anyway, it has like a loot boxy thing in it where you it's like packs of cards that you get, and you get characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Don't kick out any power cables.
I'm not trying not to. My flip flop got all tangled, and I was like trying to like figure it out. Okay.
So anyway, there's they sell these the in-game purchase stuff, and Belgium has lowered the boom, and they've been like, no, that is gambling.
Loot
you
boxes?
can like they're being definitive. They're saying you cannot do this. That's gambling. You can't put it in.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, so we're going to release it everywhere. But in Belgium, you're not going to be able to buy these things
for an NBA game.
Yeah.
How popular is an NBA? I'm not saying that it can't be, but
apparently they're popular.
Yeah, okay.
But 2K Sports, or their parent company. But anyway, 2K isn't super stoked about Belgium making this ruling, and so they've said that they don't agree with it, and they don't think that they're interpreting the law correctly, and they've said that, like, hey, and if you want to get loot boxes, then maybe you should like contact your local representative. Like they're basically
sick the world on them, man.
Yeah. So if you're a Belgian politician and watching this show for some reason, maybe you're going to be getting a bunch of like emails.
Yeah.
From
sick the gamers after them.
From angry Belgian gamers who are like, hey, we want to be able to buy loot boxes.
Yeah. Where's our loot boxes? Where's our loot boxes?
Because I mean that's always the thing with loot boxes, right? That's weird.
Yeah.
When you look at it from like an economics perspective, like if you're sort of if you're being good as a game developer and you're like, no, we don't want to do loot boxes, we're just going to sell people the game, they can play it, it'll be great, everyone will like it, we're not going to do the loot box bullshit. You have the situation where you're like, people will come to you and be like, hey, I'm a busy person, I have $100 and I want to skip this, and you'll be like, Our customers are literally asking us to give us money, and we're saying no. Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah, like I understand it. Like I get it. I get it. It's just you make money off of it. And if your game's good, then people are going to want to spend more money on it, right? I think PoE has the best like free to play model, and they were like it felt like they were one of the first people to do it right, and like because it's like all cosmetic, right?
Right.
I mean, they have new loot boxes now, but when they first started, there was no. I don't think there was any loot boxes, and you could just buy like whatever. You could buy like a shield transmog or like a, and then the only thing you could buy that help you get ahead were like more stash tabs, like for your personal stash, so you could fit more items in it. But there's like good ways and wrong ways to do it. But I mean, like I've never played a game that had like buyable loot boxes that I have not enjoyed, or how can I word this? Like, if I play a game and I don't like it, I still don't. I'm not one of those people that will spend money on it.
Right.
If I want to get the extra stuff, like I've spent money on like Overwatch and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was just like a new event. There's some cute skin I want to get. But it's funny because I don't even play Overwatch anymore. So it's like, where did that money go? It's gone forever.
I mean, it's the case with any game you don't play anymore, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
like Magic card packs. Yeah. I mean, but people don't. It's the same thing. Like in the Magic community, it's generally considered bad form or poor value to just open up a booster pack for nothing. Just like, and that's essentially what people do with loot boxes. Like,
it's the thing. Like the thing I always think about, like I find the whole legislation against loot boxes thing to be weird.
Yeah. Just
because I don't know. Not because it's a bad idea to legislate it. It's that I can't. These companies are smart.
Yeah.
And I can't think of a legal definition of a loot box that doesn't also make it illegal to sell, like, that they wouldn't also encompass, like, Magic cards or baseball cards.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, that's a good point.
Or blind box toys.
Like, are Magic boosters considered gambling?
I don't know.
China? Or?
I don't know. I don't think so, but anyway.
Yeah,
so it's a weird thing. All right, what do we? Speaking of Magic stuff,
I didn't watch this video, but did you watch
it? Some of it, yeah. This is not like there isn't like a whole bunch of news, but I thought this was actually really cool. That so speaking of Magic stuff, Valve is coming out with a new video game card game.
Yeah. I
still
remember when they announced it. Because the crowd was the best. It was like TI like 2 years ago or something, the international, and they were like, "We got a new game coming." And everyone's like, "Hell yeah, it's Half-Life 3. We did it, boys!" Like, yes. And then it was like Artifact, a trading card game, and the crowd audibly deflated. Yeah. It was so awesome.
Went, huh?
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
But anyway, Artifact is a game coming out designed by Richard Garfield.
Yeah.
Or at least partially.
He worked on it,
on it, which is pretty neat. And he's talking, and one of the things that he talks about in the game is that, or in this article, this is on Ars Technica, this article about it, where they got a chance to play it and stuff, but he was talking about, like, that the thing that he, obviously looking at Hearthstone and all this kind of stuff, but he's saying that the thing that he finds with a lot of these games is they are still too kind of caught up in the paper to digital mindset, and he's saying, and they're trying to like simplify things as much as possible and stuff. And he's saying that the cool thing about doing it on a computer is that you have a computer to track all this stuff, and you can play. Like this game is played on a board that's like way too big to actually like functionally exist in the real, to actually like play on the real world. You would have to be playing it on like 10-foot long tables.
Oh, that's why Richard Garfield's a fucking genius.
You play it in like 3 different boards. Along.
But he's like, you were like a little baby thinking about your card game, your digital card game in the real world spectrum, and he's just like galaxy brain, like here comes Richard Garfield.
Wait, but it's cool because like obviously he's designed Magic and stuff, and there's all sorts of, and so it's neat to see somebody, because like Mark Rosewater has talked about like stuff he would change about Magic if they could go back and redesign it now. But this is the guy who designed Magic making a new card game, theoretically taking all the ideas or ideas that didn't work in Magic, or has thought about in the subsequent chunk. So anyway, it looks pretty neat. Yeah, let's see, like that's the board that you play it on.
3 boards.
Yeah. And you have like different lanes of. He's saying like takes stuff from Hearthstone and from Gwent. And from
it's the 3 lanes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they just click.
It's actually it's sort of Dota themed.
Yeah.
It's not like trying to emulate the Dota thing, but it's using like characters and stuff from Dota.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can actually let me.
That's so cool.
That's what the board looks like.
Oh, that's so rad. 3 lanes.
So yeah,
mid or feed. That's what I'm going to scream every time. Mid or feed. Mid or feed. Even though I'm playing just by myself, I'll argue with myself. I'm going mid. I'm like, no, you're not.
And then you can zoom into the
have a
different
3,000
lanes
ELO or MR or whatever it is. Fucking Dota. Don't know. Is it MR Twitch chat?
So anyway, I don't know. I don't know much about it in terms of the actual gameplay and stuff. Like, and I think the plan is to release it relatively soon.
Yeah.
But of course, with a game like this, a lot of the question will be like, how they're actually going to manage the like.
I mean, like if you haven't watched it being played, you can't just say too complicated. Like, I mean, it might be pretty simple.
Magic is very complicated.
No, but I mean, I think you showed the
right,
picture.
But I'm saying like Magic is real complicated.
Yeah.
But it's an awesome game.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing that they were talking about is the is this where they're talking they're talking about this idea that what's really fun about sort of tabletop card games and stuff is like playing with your friends.
Yeah.
And so he's saying like this idea of like a worldwide ladder of like skill level where you get paired with people like all over the world or whatever doesn't necessarily make that much sense in terms of like the most fun to play. So apparently they haven't said how it's actually going to be implemented, but what they're really interested in is sort of people in like groups playing and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of a neat idea.
Yeah, because I love like playing Commander with people. Like I love Commander games. And like just playing with like 3 other people and you're just chilling, you're hanging out. So that's kind of like maybe that's the approach they're taking with like,
I guess that who knows,
which is so much different because it's like every card game is like gotta grind rank, gotta get on the pro tour, gotta like do this, do that, you know, like there's this like this like Shangri-La achievement that you have to reach to, right? Like it's like in Hearthstone it's like you gotta get legendary rank and then, you know, pro tour for Magic. I don't know what it is in Gwent, and I don't know what it is in the Elder Scrolls game, but it's something. There's going to be something. There's like, or like Shadowverse. It's always like you got to fight, you got to rank up. But if they actually make a card game, it's just like just hang out and play it with your friends. Like there's nothing wrong with that, right?
And then, all right, what else we got going on here? Battlefield 5 will have a profanity filter in the PC version. There will be a profanity filter in chat.
Okay.
Apparently, the PSN and Xbox Live one will not have a profanity filter. They have like you can report people like you can normally, but you can't because I guess it's less.
It's harder to type.
The text thing isn't so big. The part of the reason, so obviously having a profanity filter in a chat in a game isn't that unusual. The thing that seems weird to me is that they're swearing in the game. Like the like lines that people say when they get attacked or whatever. Your character
character swears? Ah, shit, I got shot. It's like,
but you can't type it.
Yeah. That was like, is that the same? Is DICE the same company that did Rainbow Six Siege? Or no, they're not different. They're different, right? Twitch, I don't know who does Rainbow Six Siege because there was that like somebody was trying to get around like the same thing, like the banned word banners. Ubisoft, okay, Ubisoft. There was like back, I think it was like a month or 2 ago. There was somebody who was like, I got banned for saying this, and it was like a racist term, but he just spelt it differently just to get around the thing. He's like, I wasn't actually saying. It's like, okay, first of all, you're saying the idea, the fact that you were just trying to get around our filters. And the Ubisoft was like, good, fucking ban him. I was like, good lord. So, I mean, I think stuff like this is important.
Yeah. It's like, and like I said, it's true. And obviously, you know, people in chat, like, it's different to have, like, the character swearing as it is people in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, this,
Like,
I hope the
literally-
characters are like, fiddlesticks. Like, ah, shoot, I got shot. Oh, man.
Darn.
Ah, golly. We lost, guys. Better luck next time.
Drat.
Drat.
So, anyway,
Oh, hamburgers. That's a good one, yeah. Ah, hamburgers.
I got shot in the booty.
Ah, they shot me in the booty. They shot me in my bum bum. Ah, now my bum bum hurts. Someone send help.
So, anyway, and the open beta for Battlefield 5 starts like in 3 days.
Oh,
Or
really?
Tomorrow for those who pre-ordered.
I can't remember last time I played. Well, Overwatch is the last time I played a shooter like regularly, and I'm just not into it anymore. You know,
Yeah.
just not my thing.
We're probably not the target audience for that,
Nope.
but if you're into Battlefield, then I guess it'll be cool.
Yeah, if you're into things,
Okay.
if
now
you're
this-
into things, go. This is entirely my jam. All right, Twitch chat, are you ready for this shit?
Let me
Oh baby!
you want to do this
Gravity squeeze! You are defeated.
in GTA 5? Because you can. If you have a mod that somebody made that lets you play as Magneto.
Yeah, the sickest part. There's a part where I won't even spoil it. Just keep watching. This part's pretty sick when you just like look. It's so good.
It's like somebody got Saints Row.
The master, yeah.
Somebody
The
got
master of
Saints Row
this
stuck.
part where he grabs the airplane out of the air. This part's great too.
Bye. Bye, train.
Ah!
I think the train just turns into like it looks like the bones.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that
yeah.
guy's in trouble.
This guy's in trouble.
Oh yeah, you can grab his gun and do the guns shooting themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Airplanes are aluminum. It's a video game! Twitch
Look.
chat! Retreat! Fuck. Yeah, that's so good.
Magneto can break anything. They're like attached to the fan.
Uh-oh. Look, they're attached to the windmill. He like... Yeah, like you see the car spinning in a circle. Yeah.
So
I mean, there's not much to the story, but
this
just,
is
hey, look.
basically, yeah, somebody put Saints Row into GTA 5 essentially.
Yeah. Genius. Have you ever seen the one where somebody put they put Iron Man in GTA 5 and they put like the Hulk
Yeah,
in
yeah.
GTA 5? So I mean, like, this is the next evolutionary
Apparently,
step.
there are awesome mods for GTA 5.
Like when you start thinking, you're like, man, who should I put in GTA 5? It's like, well, the Hulk. He's kind of an idiot, but he gets smashed a lot of
Smash,
stuff.
smash,
You jump
yeah.
really high, and it's like, well, I kind of want to shoot lasers, so how about Iron Man? It's like, wait a second, what controls iron? Magneto does. Yeah. There's a thought process.
I feel like, I guess Magneto, Iron Man probably. I bet Magneto and Iron Man have gone up against each other, and Tony Stark probably made a plastic suit or something.
I saw this great tweet where it was like every X-Men movie, and Wolverine's like, I'm gonna fight Magneto. It's like, your bones are made of metal, and he's like, my bones. Like, that's just it. Yeah.
Is it good the EX-Men series that that Pete Holmes did? That's when it's Dr. X firing Wolverine. He's like, I'm firing you because you're useless. It's like, what? Who's the guy who we fight all the time? Controls metal. What are your bones made out of? Metal. Pretend that we're on the other side. Like, he's on one side of a bridge killing people.
Yeah.
You're on this side. What are you gonna do? I could run really fast. You're gonna die. I could ride my motorcycle. What's your motorcycle made out of? Metal.
What's the next after Magneto? I think it's just Galactus. Galactus mod's gonna happen.
It's just like a big foot.
Just
that
a
just
big
squishes
foot.
in.
Yeah, just like a big hand.
Actually, hey, if you want to do throwing cars around, you should play Driver. Is it just called Driver?
For the PS1?
No, the one where you can you possess people and jump around between cars. It's super
Driver
awesome.
San Francisco.
Yeah, Driver San Francisco.
Oh,
it's so fun.
You're a ghost?
It's basically it's like all takes place like in your dream. Like you're like in a coma, and so it's all takes place in like your coma world.
Weird.
It's basically GTA, but there's no running around. Like it's just driving.
Yeah.
But as the game progresses, you get more and more. You can like jump between bodies, and like so you can like be in a race, and then like jump into the body of a guy like further up in the race and like drive his car off.
What? This game sounds awesome.
And then later, it's awesome. And then later in the game, like by the end of the game, you are like chucking cars and you have like cool stuff.
Oh my god, I need to play this game.
Yeah, you should.
I think I just like
Driver San Francisco. You should play it.
Is it PS2?
PS3, I think.
Oh, is it? Because I think I just brushed it off because you hear Driver game, you're like,
yeah,
not for me, no thanks.
Just for some reason, they were like,
it's on PC. Oh, is it on Steam?
Yeah, PS3, 360, PC. At one point, you're in a car, but you're controlling your body. You're controlling you're in a car, but you have to control your body that's driving another car.
Yeah.
So you're like controlling the car that you're actually driving in, and then also trying to control another car in third-person mode.
That's so wild.
It's super awesome.
It's so good.
All right.
Oh, I didn't watch this either. This is the two stories I skipped.
Yeah. So Eminem just came out with a new album.
I don't know.
We probably shouldn't actually play it.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Eminem just came out with a new album that apparently is super good.
Yeah.
I mean, not surprising. But the track "Good Guy" samples Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
What I love about this is me doing my video game thing. Kingdom Hearts. It's a Japanese video game. It's the theme song from it. It's one of the dopest melodies I've ever heard. Shout out to Japanese video games and Japanimation for inspiration.
Shoutouts to Japan.
This is not Eminem. This is the producer.
This is the producer. Oh, okay.
Ilda producer.
ILL.
Yeah.
Or
Ilda producer.
The producer.
Yeah. I filtered it, did some chops, did some processing on it. I basically made it unrecognizable, but I know they would still have found it. That's why we have to deal with the clearance. So they got it cleared.
Yeah.
But when I do anything, I try to make it to where it's not fully recognizable. So anyway, people are like, apparently it's so messed up in the song that you barely can actually hear it.
That's too bad.
But yeah, I guess he got super into Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. The only thing I know about Kingdom Hearts is the one thing that everybody knows, and that the story is so convoluted. And that's all.
I feel like it's like
Thing.
It's like if you're looking for a shorthand for like a hard game, you go Dark Souls. You're looking for shorthand for a game with a really weird, complicated story, you go Kingdom Hearts.
The Dark Souls of stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like give me the Dark Souls of stories.
Or Dark Souls is the Kingdom Hearts of gameplay.
I guess Kingdom Hearts was first, wasn't it?
I guess, yeah.
Was Kingdom Hearts before Demon Souls? Twitch chat? I need to know the answer to this.
And yeah, I think so.
Oh, was
the original Kingdom Hearts was quite a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, 2001.
It was like PS2.
Kingdom Hearts was on the PS2.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm old. Smile.
All right.
Oh yeah, this is great.
So there's a secret. Until now.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever actually gotten 100% in Doom 2.
Yeah.
The original Doom 2 from 1994.
Until now.
Until now. Because apparently there's a secret that nobody has gotten until now. In the the 25 years.
Yeah. 24 years. Yeah. So 24 years.
24 years.
So map 15 apparently there is a teleporter that like wouldn't trigger when you stepped on it.
You stepped on like it said on the map that it was a secret.
Yeah.
But you step on it, nothing happens.
Yeah. So then everyone's like, I don't know how to figure it out. So apparently this one top tier gamer, this gamer was just like, he figured it out. They figured it out. Is that if you get knocked on the teleporter by a monster, that's what happens. That's how you trigger the secret. Then you get 100% the level.
Yeah. And the thing is, and then what's great is then they like posted it, and then John Romero, the guy who made Doom 2, like congratulated, sent them a tweet congratulating him. He said, "Secret explained. The secret teleporter is marked as a discoverable secret, but when you touch it, you never enter the sector, so you would never get inside the teleporter sector to trigger the secret. The only way to trigger it is to be pushed on by an enemy onto it. So it's not like they glitched it and they got in when they weren't supposed to.
How it was supposed to be.
That was how it was supposed to, but just nobody ever did it until
so fucked up.
For 24 years.
Oh my god! I was talking with Paul before the show started. We were talking about this story, and I was like, "Man, they need to put like." Okay, gamers, you gotta cure this virus. And it's like the only way they put it in a game. Make it a secret in the game. Gamers will figure it out, man. Like, that's so messed up.
It's the last Starfighter thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. You're the person we need.
Yeah.
You got 1,000 points. You got 1,000,000 points on Dr. Mario. You're clearly
you're clearly a doctor.
You're clearly the best viral research person we have. Man, get in there and do.
I want to watch The Last Starfighter now. That movie was so great. I always wanted to be that kid. Yeah. Right? Everybody wanted to be like, what if the aliens come? They're like, you're really good at this video game. Come fly our starship. And it's like, hell yeah. It translates perfectly. And you get your little ski ball. Like it'd be the game with like one of the balls. And you'd be like in their spaceship. And it would just be the ball like in there. Like, hell yeah, let's do it. Yeah, Death Blossom.
Of course, for you, it would be like, oh man, you're awesome at Dark Souls.
Here's a sword. I'm like,
here's a sword that's 3 times the size of your body. Yeah. Go for it.
I'm gonna die. Yeah, I would just get instantly murdered.
It's true. The protein folding. I mean, it's not like a game. Isn't that just like a thing that uses your CPU time? Is it actually like a thing that people do?
Really?
Like it's sort of like the SETI at home stuff that used to be like where basically it's like a screensaver that uses your unused CPU power to do something useful. So it's not. Though there's also is a game one. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, the idea. I mean, obviously, trying to gamify things is difficult, and gamifying them in a useful way. But yeah,
no, I want a game that's just
if you can figure it out,
and there's a cure for a virus inside it. And they just need the gamers to find out. That's what I do. If I was like a billionaire. I would, first of all, find the cure to some virus, not tell anybody, put it in a secret in a game.
See, then that becomes like you being super evil.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, sure.
That's basically the plot of like Ready Player One.
Pretty much, yeah. I always said that if I ever won the lottery and I built a house, I would make my house a Resident Evil house. So it's like, someone's like, comes over to visit, like, hey man, can I use your washroom? I'm like, yeah, but you gotta find these 2 tiger's jewels. It's like the tiger eye jewels for the statue that's outside the bathroom, somewhere in the house, and I don't know where they are. Like, and
they're like, oh, it's okay, I'll just go in the corner.
Yeah, I'd hire like a puzzle expert. It'd be great.
It's like, yeah, I just gonna pee in the corner.
Yeah, I'll just pee here. Like, more people pee in my house.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you go into the front door and you go into the house and it's like a 2-room house. Yeah. But like from the outside it's clearly like a ginormous house.
2 giant rooms.
No, but it's just you're like,
like 2 regular rooms?
Yeah, just 2 regular. It's like because like there's so many secret passages.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. I think it'd be even funnier. No puzzles. 2 regular rooms, giant mansion, but the rest is just filled in with like, I don't know. You know, it's just not there. 2 regular rooms, giant house. I'm living in like 800 square feet, but the lot is like 3,000.
All right. No Man's Sky has a new update that's coming out for No Man's Sky. The little game that could. Well, the big game that originally couldn't, and then is now actually pretty fun, apparently. But an update that just came out for it fixed tons of bugs, but also added the Galactic Atlas, which is like a fan-made or a fan-curated atlas thing, or you can like submit stuff. Or it's like, this is whatever.
Dicks everywhere. It's gonna
this is Planet Dick.
Yeah.
And
here's my monument.
And
to
here
the
are all
dicks.
the little creatures on this planet that I've made.
And they're all different slangs of dick, wang, dingle, dangle. And here's my monument to my dick planet.
Yeah. So if you find that planet, you'll know who made it.
Time to start playing No Man's Sky.
So it's kind of cool, which is
Philactus. How about that?
There you go.
I would be the god of dicks, Philactus.
The Dongosaurus. And there's also they've also made it so you can turn off like PvP stuff, so that you can fly around and not get blown up by people, which is cool. And it's such a crazy thing from like, because when No Man's Sky first came out, the premise or the thing that was put forward was that the game is so large that even though it's ostensibly a multiplayer game, the chances of you actually encountering anybody else in the game are like tiny.
Tell me, man, gamers, and they they cured the virus, and they were like, two of them were like, we found each other. And
yeah,
like we can't even see each other.
Yeah, and so now it does actually work. Like there is PvP stuff, or there is like you can interact with each other and stuff. And I just like that it's gone from it's so big that you'll never encounter anybody, and if you do encounter anybody, you can't actually really do anything. To we have to put in stuff because people are killing each other.
Yeah.
I imagine the time between hey, you can actually meet another person and we have to put stuff in to stop people killing each other is probably very small.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Please stop killing. It's like you put weapons in the hands of anything, the first thing they're going to want to do is just kill each other. Right? They're not using it to, like, hunt food or anything. They're like, fuck, there's another human. Bang! It's like, yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, gamers, man.
Life finds a way to make other life not live.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Gamers were a mistake.
No.
See, I don't play this game anymore.
So neither do I. Yeah. The only
it feels like every time I hear about this game, it's like there's some new card that's causing like a giant problem.
This is Hearthstone.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's the thing. Like my only interaction with Hearthstone is also like news and stuff. So usually the news will be like about dumb stuff. So, for instance, there's a little guy just came out called the Giggling Inventor that is causing a lot of problems because, from what I understand, he basically has, to use Magic terms, he basically has a lure effect. So, like, everybody has to attack him.
Kind of.
And, well, he, like, brings out, and when he comes out, he brings out a bunch of minions with him that also have lure effects on them. So
also, but the problem with this card, too, is, like, okay, so it's 5 mana, which isn't it's quite a bit, but not a lot in Hearthstone. Because you never miss a land drop in Hearthstone. So, 5 mana for a 2/1, but it has Battle Cry. It summons 2 1/2 mechs with Taunt and Divine Shield. So Divine Shield means they have to be hit twice. Because you got to knock off the Divine Shield. And they have Taunt, so it's like you have to attack them.
So it just basically like slows things way down.
Yeah, it brings things to a grinding halt.
So, but what I thought was particularly funny about this is that so at the moment, 1.9% of all cards played in the game are Giggling Inventor.
That's insane.
Which is crazy. I love because, unlike Magic and other stuff, because Hearthstone is completely digital, that means that they have incredibly precise statistics for everything.
Yeah.
And so they can say stuff like that. The other thing that I love is that as in the Magic community, there's the yin and the yang, right?
It's a neutral card too, so it can go in any deck.
Yeah. It's the Giggling Inventor, as the Giggling Inventor becomes this ridiculously popular, it can be it's currently in 36% of all Hearthstone decks.
Wow.
It means that the things that counter it have also become more popular.
Yeah.
Right. As people, so the meta is either you use the thing or you use the thing that
Meta
kills
is usually
the thing.
self-correcting, right?
Right.
Like,
so Mossy Horror apparently is a card that takes out these guys. That takes out minions with 2 or less, like the ones. So before the Giggling Inventor came out, Mossy Horror was in 2.3% of decks, so it was pretty relatively popular. Now it is in 13% of all decks. The Blood Knight, a card which also counters it, was in 0.13%. It is now in 13%. So that's what, 10,000%? That's 1,000%. Yeah. I don't know. That's a very, very high percentage increase.
Yeah, that's 1,000% increase, right?
So that's so that's how, like, 100%. What's really interesting about 100%. What's really interesting about Hearthstone, especially as like somebody you do a lot of 10,000%.
10,000%?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As a person who does
it's a math increase.
Who you know, I pay attention to Magic and stuff.
Yeah.
What's interesting about stuff like Hearthstone is that because it's all digital, they can dynamically the play environment is dynamically can be changed. And so, like, for instance, if this happened in Magic, like, they'd be in deep trouble.
Yeah.
Like, if a card came out that was dominating that much...
Well, it's happened before.
I mean, it's happened. And they've had to ban the card and mess things up.
Yeah.
Whereas in Hearthstone, they can be like, let's just make it 6 mana. Or let's make it so the guys that come out are 1/1s instead of 1/2s. So, you know, they can tweak any little aspect of it to try and balance it out, but keep the card.
Yeah.
So they have a lot more... they can take a lot more risks in terms of potentially overpowered or annoying cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically like, you know...
It's interesting, just like, because cards are going to come out that are just a mistake, right? Like, things are just going to slip through. It's just the nature of video games, right? Like, things slip through the cracks, right? No matter how good your testing team is and everything else, like, we don't know everything that goes on behind the scenes, right? And maybe they did see something, and they're like, maybe we'll just let it go and just see what happens, right?
Yeah. Well, they had... there's a interview with one of the developers saying, this is before it came out, at a pre-expansion promotional event, saying, I think cards like Giggling Inventor are kind of slippery. When Giggling Inventor becomes, when very, very prevalent, which I believe that it will, I would assume that Mossy Horror will become more prevalent to deal with that. So they knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's just the magnitude. They knew that it would be a thing, but maybe they didn't know that it would be quite as much of a thing as it was.
Because they're assuming, like, because Giggling Adventure is 5 mana and then Mossy Horror is 6, they're assuming that you're going to have it and play the turn after they play Giggling Adventure.
Right.
Yeah. That's interesting, though. I think it's pretty cool. I like stuff like that. A lot of subs.
Oh yeah, that'll take a while.
Yeah.
NBA Jam voice actor. No. The voice actor for NBA Jam has recorded a announcer pack for Dota 2.
It's amazing.
Let's just play this.
Welcome to the Dota on Fire Edition. You bring the Dotes, and I'll bring the jam.
It's so good.
Let it stop.
Welcome to the brutal. Here's the toss, and they come out swinging.
The best is the beginning. He's like, "Is it the boots?"
Boom, monster dunk. Well, they need a miracle here, and right on cue, boom shakalaka. Is it the boots?
Is it the boots?
A lot of shakalaka on that junk. From the Waffle House, located just off the Beltway. Boom shakalaka.
It's so great.
Now, here comes the hook. Ow! The only way you can really stop that hook is with your neck or your stomach.
So apparently, this was a Kickstarter. This is on the workshop. This wasn't even an official thing. So they're still trying to get more votes to make it like an official thing so they can make money. I don't know actually how the Dota workshop works. Like, I think people put stuff up. If it gets enough votes, then Valve takes a look at it and they okay it, and then it can be monetized.
Okay.
I think, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that's how it works. But yeah, it's still on it's still on like the workshop to be greenlit or whatever. And yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's I love there's a couple of sort of people who are sort of well-known announcers and stuff that do fun things like that. Where
Yeah.
there'll be, I know where there's a couple of there's a YouTube series, right? A guy who does like a very sort of trailer voice kind of thing, and he'll do like the trailer, whatever. I think it does the like it's like realistic trailers or something. So he'll do like the silly trailer thing, but then like in the credits he'll just like read off lines that people asked him to that people tweeted at him to read.
That's great. I know the announcer, the narrator from Darkest Dungeon takes like commissions like this too, where people are like, oh, I want a sub notifier from you, and he'll do
on his trailers. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And finally, at least the last one that I have marked here is that during the Asian Games, which is it's not an Olympic thing, but it is one of the bigger international events or sports events things. They had an exhibition thing with 6 esports. Arena of Valor, Clash Royale, Hearthstone, League of Legends, Pro Evolution Soccer, and StarCraft 2.
What a weird mixture of games.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Arena of Valor and Clash Royale... I know Clash Royale is a mobile game.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Arena of Valor is too, which is double weird, man.
Yeah.
But I guess because the story you reported earlier was like mobile games are too popular in Japan, so maybe this is... I mean, in Japan, China, sorry. In China, that Arena of Valor and...
So, anyway, Thomas Bach, who's the president of the International Olympic Committee, was present there. And I think we've done some stuff on CheckPoint before of talking about this idea of sort of getting esports recognized in the Olympics, which is an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that people who are interested in getting esports recognized in the Olympics should jump in with the people who already exist who are trying to get chess recognized at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Because if you can get chess in there, then you're like, now we're in.
Yeah.
Now, a purely cerebral thing can go in. There's all sorts of arguments one way or another for whether they should be. But the argument that this guy had against, he's saying he said it was interesting to see the esports in this thing, but he's not very impressed with the
way he worded it was so
yes,
great.
So-called killer games. They, from our point of view, are contradictory to Olympic values and therefore and cannot therefore be accepted.
Okay, first of all, counterpoint.
Yes.
The Olympics has boxing.
Yeah.
And judo.
This guy
and illegal drugs.
this person, Thomas Bach, has won the gold medal in fencing.
Okay.
Which ostensibly
this is the point.
Is a poking at somebody with
a fake
sword.
Kill your opponent. You're fake killing them. Yeah.
And basically, all Olympic sport, or the majority of Olympic sports, are based around something that was originally, or a lot of Olympic sports.
Yeah.
There's shooting, and they use like a target thing now.
Yeah, Winter Olympics has shooting too.
Yeah.
Archery.
Yeah.
This guy's full of horse shit.
There are various yeah. Anyway, the whole whether esports should be. I don't necessarily care that much whether esports are at the Olympics.
Yeah,
I think it's okay if the Olympics are for a certain type of sport.
Yeah.
Just because a sport isn't at the Olympics doesn't mean it's not a sport.
Yeah.
Because
what is a sport anyway?
It's it opens up a whole can of questions. Right?
You know what I mean? Somebody was like, chess isn't a sport. I was like, I would consider chess a sport.
It's all about your definition
brain sport.
Of stuff. Yeah,
it's a brain sport. It's a competition. It's a game you play. A sport's a game. That's what I think. I think sports are just games.
Yeah, this is the problem. Is that I think there's a lot of
is this
question about the definition of a sport. What is a sport? Miserable pile.
So many. The same thing. Same joke 3 times in a row. Twitch chat.
That's right.
Chess boxing?
Chess boxing is a real thing.
Yeah.
It is the best. Chess boxing, it is the most all-around sport.
Man. I mean, I would like to see esports in the Olympics because I think it would be novel and funny, and I don't know.
It's the one thing I would say, just from a totally like practical standpoint, it does seem like there isn't the overlap.
It's
between,
a gateway sport.
The overlap between the like facilities and the infrastructure required to manage and broadcast and deal with esports versus like all the other sport, like physical sports, is quite different.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, I could see like maybe it doesn't make that much sense, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, I get you.
I want to see Olympic sandwich debated.
StarCraft is a 4 gateway sport.
I don't. No, I want to see. Yeah, Olympic sandwich debating. There's like 2 teams of like 4 people who are sitting there, and then something comes up on a pedestal
with a lot of smoke, like a lot of fog, like,
smoke, and then they have to decide whether this
like
thing is a sandwich
people
or not.
sitting there sitting like this.
Is this a sandwich or not?
Yeah, no. Why?
No.
Shit.
It's like, he's got some good points here.
He's got a hard anti-burrito standpoint that's got him to the finals. A buffalo chicken wrap appears. So
yeah, Pete.
Totino's pizza roll.
One of the athletes just gets up and walks off.
No, a carbonated beverage comes up through the platform, and they're like, "What is this?" And then one person's like, "Pop," and the other person's like, "Soda," and then that one asshole's like, "It's a Coke." It's not a Coke. Twitch chat.
Anyway, so that was some of the news that wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Was there something else that you were thinking?
It was just like games that are coming out that I was like excited for because I rarely get to talk about this kind of stuff. But like Torchlight is like one of my favorite games ever. I love Torchlight 1 and 2. I probably put like 600 hours into Torchlight 2.
Hasn't the company that made Torchlight
crumbled? They did Hob, and that was the last game they did. Runic Games.
I thought they'd been like working on something else in the meantime.
I don't know.
But
maybe. But I just know they did Hob, and Hob didn't do well. But apparently Hob was good. But Torchlight, it's called Torchlight Frontiers. And I watched a video on it, like on IGN or something. And it looks great.
And you can make it. You can use a train.
Apparently, there's a class that like has a skill that like I was watching the video and someone was explaining to me, but there's a class that like builds a train track and then the train follows behind you. And like that's what you do. Like that's your thing. I don't know how it works, but it sounds brilliant. Torchlight Frontier. Can you bring up the video? Can we find it? Here, let me find it for you, Twitch chat, because it looks. Which screen do I want to bring? This one?
Yeah. The I love the way Torchlight.
See if I can
the guys doing Torchlight, they're like, we love Diablo 2.
Yeah.
And Blizzard is like, we're working on Diablo 3. It'll be cool when it's done. And they're like, okay, but Diablo 2 is great, and everyone wants more of that.
Yeah.
So why don't we just like make that and like release it now?
Yeah.
And they go like, okay. And then they do it like, that went really well. And everyone's still waiting around for Diablo 3. So why don't we just make another one? Like, Torchlight 1 and 2 came out before Blizzard finally got Diablo 3 out.
Yeah.
People were waiting for that game for so long.
Oh, wow, that was like 2 weeks ago. I only saw this video yesterday. How old am I? Nobody needs to know. I always put my real age. I always put my real age. You know when they ask for like your birth date? I was like, I make sure I put in 1983 like every time. I don't know, I'm weird.
I do not put in my real age.
How do we show this on the... We'll wait for this ad to finish.
Lara Croft is beating people up.
There we go. Oh, it's only... The one I watched was way longer. There was a different video.
We don't care about your cookie policy. Go away.
You can be a robot. Look at the robot.
Sorry. Go away, cookie policy.
Yeah, see, look! He builds a train track!
I love the idea where it's like, not only are you invading this, like, dungeon, but you're actually, like, building infrastructure. You're like, I'm gonna make it so, I'm gonna invade this dungeon and, like, beat up everybody and take all their stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna make it so that, like, settlers and like, shopkeepers and random people can come after me and set up a whole town.
Yeah. Here, let me try the video. I want to try to find the video I watched.
That wasn't it?
Oh, I think this is it. This is the video I watched. Fucking 13-second skip. Isn't Spider-Man out this week? Is that this week?
Yeah. Matt and James are going to be playing on Friday.
I thought Lily talked about coming too. She wanted to do it.
Maybe.
Here it is. This is the video I watched.
Immediately upon playing Torchlight Frontiers, I was presented with a choice between the two currently playable classes,
James Duggan
and the Forged. The former
we can watch YouTube, or we can watch videos together, right? That's content, right? Even though we didn't make it.
Light in perpetual harmony. The latter is a robot. I chose the robot. I felt an immediate sense of adoration for my sputtering little steampunk monstrosity who
he is actually
inescapably
really
like
awesome.
Maurice's cast iron furnace contraption from Beauty and the Beast. As Extra Games CEO Max Schaefer explained, my little automaton wouldn't simply equip gear, but would instead integrate it onto his body. If I equipped a rare pair of leggings, for example, they might change my 4 spider-like robot.
Normally I'd be like all
into
bummed
2
out because it's on controller.
I started my journey
But it looks like it's meant to be played, like it was built to play with a controller, which I don't mind.
Well, Torchlight has been multi-platform usually.
I think so, yeah.
A spoke is a thematically consistent play space that offers a self-contained
looks so
progression
fucking
experience.
rad.
And while I'll elaborate
got
on
like
what
a
that
bird.
means later, for now, let's
Well,
just say it's
in
one of
Torchlight
the
you had a pet.
brilliantly unorthodox
Right, you have a dog.
concepts
Like
that
he
make
has a
Right, you got the
right?
dog that,
And he
like,
goes back to town for you
yeah.
to sell
The
that
town
stuff.
was called the Imperial Outpost, and while it was currently barren, save for a few NPCs,
I love the,
Schaefer promised
the
that
petty
on
arcade
live
about that,
servers,
where
it
he's
would
like-
be brimming with
He's
other
like,
players.
okay,
Torchlight
okay, Fido,
Frontiers
take all my
is
equipment
an
back to
MMO
town.
after all.
And it's
After
just
a loading screen,
the
I
dog
found
like back in
myself
town
in
is like,
still
wow, look at this
unexpected lore
great
called
stuff.
the
Here's
Wood's
500
Edge.
gold. Then he goes
Schaefer
back,
referred to
50
this
gold, great.
zone as a public park area.
The
These
dog's
spaces
just like
monstrous
embezzling from you.
combustible crafting materials pepper the landscape, and you'll be able to encounter
We'll get through these
other
subs after
players
this video,
outside
and
of your
I
party.
just want- you
Schaefer
gotta hear
explained
about-
that relative to other zones, the Wood's Edge wasn't that big, but could still hold 12 or so players in a single instance.
There's some cool
And
ideas.
while
I don't know how
didn't
much
see
is
it
gonna get through,
personally,
but-
Schaefer assured me that these zones also have a day-night cycle that governs which enemies are spawning. In the woods, for example, goblins spawn during the day and skeletons at night. I shot and sliced my way through the roving packs of goblins with a handful of fun-to-use and versatile abilities. Using skills like a rapid-fire chest cannon,
It looks like
a
the
wide-arc
robot has, like,
shotgun,
a
or a
charge
vertical
meter,
spin
I guess?
attack, all
Oh yeah, or you
heat,
get like
which needed to be
oversteamed or
dissipated
something.
with a devastating vortex attack.
Oh, he just,
Oh, yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
he built up,
Transportation
yeah.
was just a small sample of the plethora of abilities that can be unlocked and
Plethora.
upgraded with skill points.
Plethora
I
of
voiced a concern
abilities.
about dumping all of my points into a single skill, a la Diablo 2, but Schaefer explained that an AoE ability at any rank will never be more powerful than a single target ability of a comparable
the best
category
news I've ever
against only one enemy.
Interesting.
So, in
Single target
Torchlight, at
abilities
least,
should do more
is
damage than the
spamming a
AoE
single
ability.
Yeah.
in
Against
every
single target,
situation.
Obviously.
But I mean, like a lot of
It's
action
also worth
RPGs
noting that
devolve
there are
into
no
just
character levels.
using
Just
one skill over
spamming
and over
things.
again, right? Yeah.
You will still accrue skill
I like
points,
the idea
and
that, hey, we
items
should
have
use different
levels
stuff.
with
Yeah,
other
yeah.
content divvying out more powerful
It's
gear.
just like playing.
But
That's the part about
conventional
about World of
leveling
Warcraft,
is
right? Like, it's
out.
like
At
certain
least one of the
abilities are
reasons
better
for
in
this
certain
perplexing
situations,
change
right?
Are those spokes we talked about earlier. Schaefer describes spokes as horizontal content. The forest spoke, for example, may consist of dozens, if not hundreds, of areas.
It
that
looks
become
good,
more
too.
challenging
Like, I
as
don't know
you
what
go.
stage of the
Along
game it's
way,
in,
you'll
but-
accrue weapons with
I mean, obviously
elemental
some of the spell
modifiers
effects look a
like fire and
little like,
frost that are
probably
effective
not
against
complete,
the
but
forest's main enemy types.
It looks a lot
In the
like,
next spoke,
it looks a lot like
enemies may
League,
only be
actually.
susceptible
Yeah.
to poison and electricity.
Like, just the
Much
sort of
like a
slightly
conventional
cartoony aspect
expansion,
to it.
new spokes
Yeah.
provide additional progression for your character.
Cameron, cheers for the
But
rating party.
unlike vertical content, this system doesn't trivialize the challenges which you've already completed.
I'm so excited for this game.
Against all enemies,
when is it coming out?
Don't know. A level of vertical progression across all content. But if I understand,
I want them to show the train guy. Show me the train builder.
We want train. We want
train. Show me the train, you coward. Put the train builder in Smash, you cowards.
By rigorous questioning, I'd forgotten to pick up a quest back in town, but when I laid eyes on a cave,
Man, I think that's the only game I can think of recently that I'm like,
Diablo,
oh, and the like
specific cave.
I guess Paul didn't see it, but the Devil May Cry 5 trailer, where Dante is riding his motorcycle and then turns his two halves of his motorcycle into a sword. It's pretty great. I was like, I want to play that game.
It's always that's always like the thing where it's like you could be half demon guy who fights with his motorcycle split into two swords, or you could be goddamn Second World War like soldier again. Yeah. It's like, why do we keep doing that?
You keep doing this. Yeah.
It's like it's like simulating, trying to simulate something that really happened in the most accurate way possible. It's like the most boring thing.
I love the way this is animated. Wide load, the man crusher, but look at like,
oh nice,
the way he works and stuff.
By red X's on the ground.
I'm not signed up for the beta. I should probably sign up for the beta. I'll probably do that when I get home. I didn't realize there was a sign up.
Just Cause 4? Yeah. Or, I mean, Psychonauts is like the big, prototypical example of that, where it's just like, let's do all the crazy stuff that we're not allowed to do in other games.
Yeah. Anyway, that game I'm super stoked about. That's basically the video. So we should get through these subs, I guess?
Yeah.
Alright, Mad Waltz with the 120 bits. Oh my gosh, I have to give my goldfish a bath. Wait, that was a dream. Yeah. That's,
yeah. E-Block for 127 bits. Yeah. I'm here for the beard point.
Edgar J with the 14-month resub. Aha! Another month of free subbing arrived.
Quest there for 9 months in a row. 9 months? That's, wait, where did this baby come from? I'm not ready for this kind of responsibility.
That would be, you imagine? You're just like, here, Twitch shows up at your door, like, here's your baby. Like, ah! I don't know what to do. Cranberger with this 36-month resub. 3 years, how the time flies. I'm riding high on adrenaline right now because I got engaged over the weekend. Ooh, congratulations. That's so cute. Yeah.
And also with several babies. So.
Yeah, you have lots of babies.
Count Zero for 14 months in a row. 14 months. Hype.
And the man with no name with a 24-month resub. Nope. Not gonna meme. Won't do it. But hey, 2 years.
Agile Mania for 2 years. Oof. So nice.
Not Greg with the 8-month resub. Welcome back, friend.
Okay, we live here now for 49 months in a row. Thank you very much.
Miniwhack with that 39-month resub. 39 months, that is a crazy long period
I know, right?
39 months is a lot.
Lava Bear, 17 months in a row. Thank you very much.
Sir Fabry with that 21-month resub. Welcome back.
Roland Malleus for 38 months in a row. Thank you very much.
Ranico with that 41-month resub. Oh, hey, looks like another month has passed.
Is anybody like not realize the month has passed until like your resub
Is that how they gauge time? It's like, holy shit, it's September. Yeah. Oh no.
The Thromborax for 4 months in a row. Thank you very much.
Marauding Seb, thank you, friend, for that 2-month resub. Welcome back.
Insidious Pie. Ooh. For 5 months in a row. 5 lovely months of lovely lurfolk.
Oh, thanks.
Hearts.
Brucey with that 5-month resub. Yeah, 5 months. Sup, guys? Sup?
Oreo Gamer Cow for 56 months in a row. Check all the points. Thank you very much.
Angry Redbird with that year-long sub. Thank you for that continued support.
Anti-Crepuscular.
Crepuscular? Yeah.
Gravity Squeeze!
Gravity Squeeze. You are defeated. Neuter Commuter with that 21-month resub. Thank you for the 21 months of support.
Sir Blix for 29 months in a row. Hello, Paul and Adam. Thank you for the news.
And the Bentusi with that 55-month resubberino. Surface the sub. Thank you, friend.
And the one called Stu for 41 months in a row. Been a while since I've resubbed to Checkpoint. Thank you very much.
Frieden with that 18-month resub. Hi, Paul. Hi, Adam. Thanks, friend. Hi.
Just Not Dave for 20 months in a row. We don't know who it is, but we just know that it's not Dave.
It's not Dave. Nicaro with that, or is it Nicaro? Nicaro with that 24-month resub. 2 years. Sweet.
Edmund Juniper for 19 months in a row. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Nico Daimyo with that 10-month resub. Man, I swear this was my 9th month, and now I learn I've been neglecting my sub baby for a month. Oh no! Oh no!
Master 2505 with 100 bits. Are we done yet? I need to go to bed.
You can go to bed. Yeah, we're done.
Yes. We're not offended.
Eagle Keeper F15 with a 23-month resub. Well, I think that's the second. They subbed on my channel earlier. That's the second time I've read their sub name. Nice. You got the twofer.
Saya Origaya.
Yeah,
for 8 months in a row. Thank you very much.
And Thisby Master with that brand new Twitch Prime sub. Thank you.
Thank you all so very much for supporting us in all the ways you do. Speaking of which, actually, if you do support us on Patreon, thank you very much for one. Secondly, we have got some reports that some weird processing things. I think if you've got like an American Express card, Patreon had some trouble processing some of them or something. So if you're subscribed to if you are subscribed to the Patreon, if you want to just double check that you have indeed been charged for that and there hasn't been some weirdness with that, we would appreciate it, because I don't know, Patreon's been having some issues lately with their billing system.
It seems like it. All of my friends use Patreon. I don't, but everyone else does, and I'm like, well, it looks like a nightmare to deal with. I think I can start more actively promoting it now too, because this week, I'm hoping this week, I got a new show coming out for Loading Ready Run.
Yeah.
And it is called Spectator Mode. The episode is finished. I'm waiting on music. Basically, the show is... the concept of the show is to take a game that's played at like a super competitive level, like an esport, and do like a short tutorial about how the game works. And then I do an interview with someone in the community that knows the game really well to talk about the history and the players and all the cool, fun lore stuff of the game. And I'm hoping to just like lower the bar for people to be able to watch it, watch whatever game I'm talking about. So yeah, that's the idea. I'm pretty excited to get it done. It's my baby. Yeah, it's my little child. So it's weird to go from, like, I was talking about it this morning, but it's weird to go from a sentence I typed in Slack one morning to like 5 months later you have like a full completed 45, like a 45-ish minute episode. Like, weird to go from, hey, here's an idea,
this would be a cool thing to do, and it's like, okay, if we do want to do that, what is actually required, what can you do? So yeah, that should be super cool. And I'm
hoping this week. I don't know, we'll find out this week, I guess. I'm hoping by the weekend I'll be able to like upload it and stuff. So
yeah, that'll be super cool, so check that out.
Yeah. What do we have coming up next?
So coming up next, we do not have, as far as I know, there are no more streams today.
No.
But tomorrow we have...
Cameron's playing
Destiny.
There's a new Destiny expansion.
Yeah, and Cameron's so excited about it. You can see that New Day Tuesday is actually starting earlier than normal. Well, also, it would be normally 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, but James isn't back yet. Yeah. Or he'll be just getting back.
Yeah.
I
didn't watch all in.
Cam's going to start his Destiny stream at 10 a.m. Doing the new Destiny content. And then at 3 o'clock, James will be in with PUBG. And then going to be some Talkin' Sim, which I do not know what game this is.
Stellaris.
Is it Stellaris?
Yeah, they're playing Stellaris. For the person asking about the speedrun show James and I did, we cut it because it didn't have legs. There wasn't, like, it was a fun show to do, but because our whole thing was, like, we wanted shows to be 15, 20 minutes, and finding speedruns that short for games that are interesting that I could do, we just didn't like it. We have an idea of something we want to do, we just haven't had time.
The problem is the world of speedruns it's such that like if you're like, oh hey, this is like a this person did the speed run in like 15 minutes, so obviously I'll take longer, but maybe it'll be good. But the problem is, it's like the actual normal run for that game is like 5 hours.
Yeah. Also,
in like for someone who hasn't played it a billion times, when you first started like in the 20 minutes or whatever, you've only gotten like the first little bit. It's not even like close.
Yeah, it was just like it was hard. It was a tough show. I really loved the idea of it, but I think that it was good as an idea, but in execution, it was a little lackluster. I mean, I think James and I have really good chemistry, and we just know each other so well. So it's like we need to do something, and that was what made the show great. But if you took us out of it and just like watched somebody randomly play a speedrun, like try to speedrun a thing for the first time, it's like that's not interesting. Like that's not what the point of the show was. So we have an idea of doing like kind of like Kenny versus Spenny, but for video games. So that's for all you Canadians
try to do
out there.
Challenges.
Yeah. So try to do challenges and stuff like that, and then have something. We're gonna have something on the line, hopefully. But that's the idea.
I think, maybe we just need a stream that's just Adam or James plays a video game while the other person yells at them.
I mean, that's just a stream, right? We don't even need to. I mean, that's usually my stream here on Saturdays. James will come in, say some stupid shit, and then he leaves. Like we have that already. That's already a thing.
And the winner gets ice cream.
Yeah, just ice cream every episode. There's just ice cream on the line. But the best thing was, then you could push it one thing further with that. Like, James wins a challenge, and I would just buy too much ice cream, and you have to eat it all. It's like, oh, too bad, you won. Congrats. Like a 4-liter tub, like one of those pails ice cream. Yeah. But anyway, Anthony Caldwell with 100 bits. Well, maybe I'll throw out a gift sub next week when my paycheck hits. But here's a bit of support. Though the lure people seem nice and have given me great Battleground content, so here you go. Thanks, friend.
Steel Fox 13 for 9 months in a row. Got that sub, baby. Thank you very much.
And Drain 10 with the 14-month resub. Welcome back. And that's it out of me and Paul. That was a lot of fun, Paul. I'm glad we just got to hang out and talk about Live Rice with that brand new sub.
Sliding in another wire there. Yeah, this is
Castle-wise, the 24-month resub.
CheckPoint. Yeah, this is we'll be back probably, although I believe Kathleen will be gone next week, so we might be back for either more Chillpoint, or maybe we'll have a special guest host on CheckPoint next week.
Maybe.
So we got check out the schedule because there's lots of cool stuff. I know on Wednesday AFK we got Thornwatch.
Yeah, I'm playing that. I don't even know what that game's about, but it looks right.
Yeah, that's the game by the Penny Arcade guys.
Yeah.
So that should be
Didn't
cool.
Nick do the art for that? Nick did art.
Possibly,
Nick Trujillo, true. I can't pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce. I've never heard his last name pronounced out loud. So Trujillo, I think that's how you pronounce it.
So lots of cool stuff coming up, we get and presumably we can. I think James actually said that before or during his stream on Tuesday, he's going to tell you all about PAX too. So that'll be fun. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye. Jamesy and Jam, thank you, friend, for that 21-month resub. Bye.